Dear students, welcome to our YouTube channel Vidya for Success. In this video, we will be studying some of the CET concepts on the lesson Human Health and Disease. Is the first question, which of the following is necessary for achieving good health? So, for achieving good health, some of the things need to be followed. Clear? So, let us look at the option. Option A, awareness about disease and their effects on the body. So, awareness about the disease is very important to prevent the spreading of diseases. So, how it will spread and what is the causative organism of the disease. So, this basic information we should know to maintain the good health. So, because if the organism pathogen is spreading through the water, we can take some preventive measure to avoid spreading it. Clear. So, without proper awareness about the disease, it is not possible to maintain good health. So, this is very important. Then option B, immunization against infectious diseases. So, some of the infectious diseases will be prevented by taking proper immunization. So, best example, vaccine. So, we have vaccine for polio, we have vaccine for some of the diseases. So, by taking the vaccine, it is possible to prevent the getting of disease in future. So, proper immunization against the infectious disease is one more measure to maintain good health. Then option C, proper disposal of waste. So, some of the diseases spread through waste disposal. If we are not properly disposing the waste, it will be the main source of uh, spreading infection. So, microorganisms will easily spread from the improper waste disposal. So, all the three, that is option A, B, C, and all these three measures we have to follow to maintain good health. So, the correct option here is option D. Is the second question, symptoms of typhoid include. So, typhoid is a bacterial disease. It is caused by a bacteria called as Salmonella typhi. So, this bacteria is actually habited to water. So, it will spread through contaminated water as well as contaminated food. So, when this bacteria enters into our system, it will mainly affect the intestine. So, intestine is the organ affected by Salmonella typhi. So, the symptom, whatever can be observed in the patient, that is similar to the that means that will totally disturb the function of that infected organ. Clear. So, let us look into the given option. Option A, weakness. So, weakness is one of the symptom of typhoid, because when the bacteria infect the intestine, it will absorb most of the nutrient from that particular organ and it leads to the weakness. Then option B, stomach pain. So, stomach pain is also one more symptom can be seen in the typhoid patient. Then option C, constipation. So, constipation is also the symptom of typhoid. So, the correct answer is option D. Is the third question, pneumonia is caused by. So, pneumonia is also a bacterial disease. So, this bacteria will mainly affect a respiratory system. So, the alveoli of lungs are get infected in this disease. So, there are two organisms, that means the causative organisms are present for causing pneumonia. One is Streptococcus pneumoniae and another one is Haemophilus influenza. So, both these are the bacteria, they are responsible for causing pneumonia in human. So, let us see the option. Option A, Streptococcus pneumoniae. Option B, Haemophilus influenza. Option C, Haemophilus pneumonia. Option D, both A and B. So, as I told, the causative organism of pneumonia is Streptococcus pneumoniae and Haemophilus influenza. So, the correct answer for this is option D, both A and B. Is the fourth question, a healthy person acquire the pneumonia by. So, pneumonia is a bacterial disease and it is an infectious disease. So, because of it is infectious, it is easily spread from infected person to healthy person. So, that in order to prevent the spreading of pneumonia, we have to follow some of the preventive measure. So for answering to this question, we should know how this disease will spread from infected person to healthy person. So usually the sneezing and coughing of the infected person releases lots of droplets or aerosol. So if these droplets are directly inhaled by healthy person, he will also get infected. So that we have to avoid the coming in contact with the infected person. Then one more way of spreading is if we share the if we share the glass or any kind of utensils used by the infected person, we will also get the infection because the surface of the utensils will be having the bacteria. So if we use or share the same utensils used by the infected person, this is the another way how the pneumonia will spread. Clear. So let us see the option. Option A, inhaling the droplets or aerosol released by an infected person. So this is the one way how the pneumonia spreads from infected person. Then this option B, sharing glasses from infected person. So this is also one more way. Then option C, sharing of utensils with an infected person. So as I told, sharing the utensils or glasses, whatever the things used by the infected person, that will also the one more way of spreading the disease. So the correct answer here is option D. Then the fifth question, rhinovirus infect the. So rhinovirus is a pathogen. It is responsible for causing common cold. So common cold in human is caused by one of the virus called as rhinovirus. So this virus is restricted to the nose and respiratory passage. That means it will multiply in the nose as well as in the respiratory passage, but it will not enter into the lungs. Clear. So the two parts of the respiratory system infected in human is nose and respiratory passage. Clear. So let us see the option. Option A, nose. Option B, respiratory passage. Option C, lungs. Option D, both 1 and 2. So as I told, common cold is caused by rhinovirus. The organ infected in the respiratory system is nose and respiratory passage. It will not enter into lungs. So the correct one is option D, both 1 and 2. Is the sixth question, Plasmodium enters the human body as. So Plasmodium vivax is the protozoan. It will causes a disease called as malaria. So for the malarial disease, the Plasmodium vivax requires two host body. That means for completing its life cycle, it depends on two host body. One is human body and another one is mosquito. Clear. So in one of the stage, the Plasmodium vivax enters into human body. So that stage is called as sporozoite stage. So sporozoite is the infectious stage. In this stage, the pathogen will be enters into the body. Let us see the option. Option A, sporozoite. So as I told, sporozoite is the infectious stage of Plasmodium. So in this stage, the pathogen will enters into the body, human body. So the correct answer is option A. Option B, merozoites. So merozoite is the one more stage of Plasmodium. In this stage, it will be releases from the liver cell and it will start spreading to the blood cells. That means it will enter into the RBC cell. So the development of merozoite is actually takes place in the host cell. Then option D, cryptomerozoites. So cryptomerozoite is the one more stage of the Plasmodium. In this stage, the pathogen will cause us the bursting of RBC cell. So usually it will be releases from the RBC cell. Option D, all. So the correct option is option A, sporozoite. This is the infectious stage of Plasmodium vivax when it enters the human body. Is the seventh question, chill and eye fever associated with malaria is due to. So chill and high fever, they are the symptoms of malarial disease. So these symptoms are associated with the malaria because of the release of some kind of chemical in our body. Clear. So when the RBC cells are get infected by the Plasmodium, it will causes the rupturing of RBC cell and finally it will releases some of the chemical called as hemozoin. So when the hemozoin is get releases into the bloodstream, it will causes high fever and repeated chill. So chill and high fever is because of the release of chemical called as hemozoin. It will be releases by the bursting of RBC cell. Let us look at the option. Option A, sporozoite. So sporozoite is the first stage when it enters into the human body. Then option B, hemozoin. So hemozoin is the actual chemical responsible for chill and high fever. Then option C, mosquito bite. So mosquito bite is the initial stage. It will just inject the sporozoite into human body. Then option D, both A and B. So the correct answer here is option B, hemozoin. Is the eighth question. Which one of the following is a filarial worm? So filarial worm is a pathogen. It will be causes elephantiasis in human. So there are two types of species where belonging to the filial worm. They will be causes elephantiasis disease. So one of the pathogen is Eukarya bancrofti and another one is Eukarya malaria. So these two are the parasite. They are belonging to the group filial worms. So they are responsible for causing elephantiasis in human. So let us see the option. Option A, Eukarya bancrofti. Option B, Eukarya malaria. Option C, Eukarya loa. Then option D, both 1 and 2. So option A and option B, they are actually belonging to the group filarial worms. So the correct answer here is option D. Is the ninth question. Ringworm characterized by. So ringworm is a fungal disease. So fungi is a exoparasite. It will be cause a skin infection. So ringworm is a kind of skin infection. When this infection takes place in the human, it will cause this profuse itching. Then the scaly lesions will form. That means the red patches will form on the surface of skin. Then uh, the lesions can be seen on any part of the body, not only it restricted to some of the part. On any part of the body the lesions will form by the fungi. So these are the some characters can be seen in the ringworm disease. So let us see the option A, dry scaly lesions on various part of the body. So the lesions, red lesions what are formed, they are dry in nature and it can be seen on any part of the body. So this is one of the character of ringworm disease. Then option B, intense itching. So the lesions are itching. So intense itching is one more characteristic of ringworm disease. Then option C, hemorrhage. So hemorrhage is not the character of ringworm disease. Then option D, both 1 and 2. So the correct answer here is option D, because the dry scaly lesions and intense itching is one of the character of ringworm disease. Then the 10th question, HIV is a member of. So HIV is nothing but human immunodeficiency virus. So this virus causes AIDS in human. So this virus is belonging to the category retroviruses. Clear. So let us see the option. Option A, rhinoviruses. So rhinoviruses are the pathogen. They actually causes common cold in human. Then option B, retroviruses. So HIV is actually belonging to retrovirus category. Then option C, riboviruses. So riboviruses are RNA viruses other than the retrovirus. So retrovirus also consists of RNA, but other than the retrovirus, the RNA consisting viruses are belonging to the group ribovirus. Then option D, all. So the correct answer here is option B, retrovirus, because HIV is actually belonging to the group retrovirus.